how much growth have you been able to experience?
I think at the start of the year, I was at we did about 400 last year from coaching. And then no recurring, basically no recurring, like $1,000 in recurring.
Yeah. So every month starting at zero.
So everyone's starting at zero, spending $300 a day on ads. That's how we grew so quickly. And it was awesome. Got to help a lot of businesses, social proof. It's great. But I can't imagine raising a family or living a life where it's like you have no recurring revenue whatsoever. And so kind of pivoting the start of the year, having about $2K in recurring. I think now around 28.
From 2K recurring to 28 recurring.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I went to an event, and at that event, they spoke about if there's anything people compliment you on a lot, or if they ask you questions about something specific often, that it could be your responsibility to share more of that with the world. So I heard some echoes of questions and compliments in that moment, and I decided, wow, okay, I've created a business for my wife and I to work location independent and work together and take care of our health, both mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I'm really, really, really passionate about helping people feel good and have a life they love. So I decided to launch a program to help people with that. And it's been super fulfilling so far.
Whenever I started talking about, hey, let's work on some stuff systems-wise, share with you some of the stuff that I've been doing for my agency. And then when I talked about coming out to Maui and working remotely and enjoying the benefits of a remote business, what made you decide to book the flight and go all in?
I mean, it was kind of like a Hermosi offer, It's like a offer you'd feel so stupid saying no to. And to be able to, get, treated, taken care of as a nice guest, have deep talks, learn about systems and talk business and the health side of get your act together. It's one thing to have money. It's another to be but have health. Well, once that goes, then you're cooked.
Yeah, wellness, wellness. A good lifestyle.
Exactly.
When you were talking about shifting from the coaching biz to the agency biz, we had some jokes about how you were always talking shit on the agency runners.
I was.
And kind of found that people really didn't want to learn and do it themselves. They want you to do it for them, right?
That is true. A lot of them.
Okay.
Some still want to learn, but most, good chunk just want it done for them. Especially the ones who actually have money.
The concept of growing your agency through having an offer. What's your offer right now?
Ads and content.
Okay.
So, but coaching too. So it's coaching, good, better, best.
Yeah.
But we're only from now on going to present one package.
So you're doing ads and content. Is
meta ads.
Meta ads and content.
Yeah.
And then basically, if people don't want to do that and they're not ready to invest in that yet, they have the option as a downsell to do coaching.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I feel like that's super solid for you because then all the people who are in the coaching program are almost like warm leads that eventually, as they get more experience in what it's like to do it themselves, they either see that it's worth doing more of and they want to hire someone to do more of that for them, or they realize they don't want to do it themselves, they don't have the time, and they need to hire you to do it for them.
Exactly. Well, the highest package is meta ads and content. Middle is ads, and then the coaching is the coaching. And my but the problem I still have sometimes in my mind is is meta ads for local service businesses enough to be sticky long term, or do you have to follow that whole full stack agency to a T, where it's like, no, you have to provide them a website and do Google ads too and do SEO.
Well, we've talked about this. I've found you examples of both.
Yeah.
There's successful agencies that provide just meta ads, and there's successful agencies that do it all. I really think it comes down to what you want to manage. You can share whatever numbers you're comfortable with, whether it's actual revenue numbers or percentages, but in the last 60 days since we started doing a weekly call, how much growth have you been able to experience?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the start of the year, I was at we did about 400 last year from coaching. Mm-hmm. And then no recurring, basically no recurring, like $1,000 in recurring.
Yeah. So every month starting at zero.
So everyone's starting at zero, spending $300 a day on ads. That's how we grew so quickly. And it was awesome. Got to help a lot of businesses, social proof. It's great. But I can't imagine raising a family or living a life where it's like you have no recurring revenue whatsoever. And so kind of pivoting at the start of the year, having about $2K in recurring. I think now around 28.
From 2K recurring to 28 recurring.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's been a blessing, but just not getting up too emotional, high or too low. If a client churns or you sign a new client, it's kind of just how can we? It's as a marketer, I want to advertise and build a system, bring on the front end to close more and be consistent with it.
Yeah.
But you also want to have the frame as treat every customer as if it's your last, and the only way you can grow is through referrals.
Yeah.
So it's you gotta. It's sometimes it's hard to focus on service delivery or acquisition, but because it's recurring, it gives you more breathability and flexibility to do both. Mm-hmm. Instead of last year, it was just always acquisition because you're burning money every day.
It just reminded me of an analogy I like to use for life, but I now have one for business too that you just helped me create in this moment. And it's I like to say, pray like it's all up to God and work like it's all up to me. And this analogy now for marketing, I like to say, fulfill my work as if I have to rely on referrals, but market my business as if I'm never going to get a referral. I feel like
that's deep.
That's going to be
that's deep.
My new approach. Thanks for helping me lock that one in.
Relations 1-4,
Relations 1-4.
Relations 1-4. That was, yeah. You've dropped some bars this trip.
Thanks, bro.